Hello students, welcome back to Vihan Pratik Institute of Education and welcome back to online mathematical classes. We are discussing chapter number 9, Applications of Trigonometry, and I am your facilitator M. Shiva Kumar. This is the last problem in 9.1 and it is more practical and a twisted one and an interesting problem. So we do not have answers directly, we need to deduce answers from using real-time formulas. This question number 15 states that a straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. A man standing on the top of the tower observes a car at an angle of depression of 30 degrees, which is approaching the foot of the tower with a uniform speed. So it is approaching with a uniform speed. 6 seconds later, after 6 seconds, the angle of depression of the car is found to be 60 degrees. So first it is 30 degrees, next it is 60 degrees. Find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. So after first angle of depression, from second angle of depression, we need to find out the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower. So let's analyze this problem using this diagram first. So this is the tower. There is a man at top of the tower. There is a man and is watching from this. So the first angle is 30 degrees. So this is the start point of car. Okay, so we know that if angle is less, the distance is more. So it travels a larger distance. Then the angle decreases, it travels a smaller distance. So always remember that if angle is less, the distance the object has traveled will be more. If the angle is more, the distance to be traveled or the distance between the 2 points is always less. So the car starts from this point B, reaches C, then from C it reaches D. Okay, so we don't know the distances, only speed is given here. Speed is mentioned here. Only speed is also not mentioned, is saying that uniform speed, that's it. The only hint we got is uniform speed, that's it. So the same we have shown here in the diagram, same thing. So B is the starting point of the car, C is the point after 6 seconds. So this much distance it has traveled. So how to approach this? What we need to find out? We need to find out the time taken to travel this distance. Time taken by the car to travel this distance, which is CD. So we need to find out the time, that's it. So let's approach the solution. How to approach the solution? What is given to us? Only the things which are given to us is angle of depressions, that's it. Angle of depressions. So what we need to use? We need to use a formula called as, or a relationship between speed and distance and time. So speed equals to distance by time. So this we should use it. Okay. So again here we have two triangles. One is triangle ABD with angle of depression 30 degrees. I'll write it as 30 degrees. Then we have a triangle ACD with angle of depression 60 degrees. Yes students, I have not explained this. This is horizontal line because already we are doing so many problems. So this red line is the horizontal line and this is the line of sight. The angle made by the horizontal and line of sight is called as angle of depression. So if we assume this as X, so angle XA and B is equals to angle ABD, interior opposite angles. interior alternate angles. In the same way, the angle made by A, X, A and C. X, A and C is equals to angle made by ACD. Same, interior opposite angles. Okay, right. So we'll consider these two triangles, triangle ABD and triangle ACD. So remember this. Okay. So before that, we write some more points. What are the points we write are? One is the height of the tower. Height of the tower is AD. Distance travelled from B to C, from first position to second position. B is first position, C is second position. Okay, so how much time it takes to travel from B to C? 6 seconds. So 6 seconds later, it is saying that 6 seconds later. So the time taken to travel from first point of the car to the point of the car or second point is 6 seconds. So the time taken to travel from B to C is time taken by the car to travel from B to C is 6 seconds. So by using speed formula, we can write down how much time it takes. Okay. So what we need to find out, that also we have to write. To find time taken by the car to reach foot of tower from second position, that is C to D. So we need to find out the time taken by the car to reach from C to D. Okay, right. So consider larger triangle, triangle ABD. Okay, now let's see what is ABD. So ABD is 30 degrees. That is tan theta equals to opposite by adjacent. So tan 30 degrees equals to opposite is AD, height of the tower, divided by total distance from first position to foot of the tower is BD. Okay, which will equal to tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equals to AD by BD. That is equals to BD equals to root 3 AD. Let's assume this as equation 1. Now before we can find out the speed of the car which is traveling from A to B to C. Okay, that we'll do. We'll find it out speed. Now second, consider triangle ACD, the smaller triangle, with tan theta equals to opposite by adjacent. Okay, which will equal to tan 60 degrees equals to opposite is obviously AD, but here adjacent changes. Adjacent is CD, which is the distance which we require. Now which will equal to root 3 equals to AD by CD. From this, AD equals to root 3 CD. Name it as equation 2. Now we can check from equation 1 and equation 2. We have a common side which is height of the tower, which is AD. Okay, we'll continue this in next page. Remember, BD equals to root AD and AD equals to root CD. BD equals to root 3 AD is equation 1 and AD is equals to root 3 CD is the equation 2. Now substituting AD from 2 into 1, we get BD equals to root 3 into root 3 CD, which will equal to root 3 into root 3 CD, which will equal to 3 CD. So the total distance BD is equals to root 3 CD. But what we know that the total distance BD is equals to BC plus CD. BC plus CD. Now from this we can find out BC equals to BD minus CD. Therefore the distance BC from first point to second point BC is equals to BD, if we assume this as equation 3. So from 3, BD equals to 3 CD minus CD, which will equal to 2 CD. So the distance BC equals to 2 CD is the distance. Let's assume this as 4. Now this distance it covers in 6 seconds. Therefore, speed equals to distance by time. So distance is BC from first point to second point and time is 6 seconds, which will equal to BC. Substitute BC from equation 4, we get 2 CD by 6, which will equal to CD by 3 meters per second. So this is the speed of the car which is moving point 1 to point 2. So we got speed. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out the distance. Then from distance we need to find out the time. The distance traveled by the car from point C to D is CD with this speed. This is the speed. Therefore time equals to distance by speed. Now here the distance is CD. Speed is C by D. Reciprocal is 3 by CD. So CD cancel. So we get 3 seconds is the answer. So the time taken by the car to reach foot of the tower from C to D is 3 seconds is the answer. Please go through the video, students. Do it by yourself. Understand it. Whenever you got doubt, please comment on the YouTube or text me directly. I hope all of you have understood it. Thank you, students. Thank you.